Sì, Yeah, good morning, everyone. So we saw Friday US market continue to move up and given very positive return in last week. Even today morning, Asian markets are showing very strong up move. This is all driven by quite a few data and then movement in the dollar index. If you see the Friday unemployment data of the US, that has come in at non-farm payroll addition was 1,50,000 against expectation of 1,80,000 and last month 3,36,000. Even unemployment rate came a bit higher at 3.9 versus expectation of 3.8. So that was indicating that somewhere Fed is now at peak of their interest rate cycle, and quite possible the further interest rate increase may not be there. And this is giving some positive support to the negative figures are giving positive support to the market. Dollar index came off very sharply by almost around 100 pips from Friday same time to now, and that is supporting the risk of risk on movement in the Asian market. Korean market is specifically up by almost around 4%. That is because of specific reasons in the Korean market, wherein the regulator has disallowed the short selling, and that has supported the market. But apart from that, also the Japanese and Hong Kong, all other markets are up by almost over 1.5, 2%. So quite a positive signals from the world market, quite a positive view from the world market. So that can be visible in the Indian market as well. So likely we are likely to see positive opening and continue to remain strong. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open with a gap up opening, and we're likely to witness some sort of a buying into the market. From the last 2 days, we have witnessed that the Nifty has just shown a turnaround from 18,900 levels towards to 19,200 levels, which gives some sort of a relief sign. And this positive pullback rarity is likely to be continued as long as Nifty sustains above the 19,000 psychological mark. Going ahead, the immediate resistance is placed at 90,340. Any move above that level, we expect a positive momentum to be carried forward towards 19,400 to 19,470 levels on the higher side. Whereas on a downside, as of now, the immediate support is placed at 19,200 and 19,140 levels. Coming towards the Bank Nifty has shown a very good kind of a reversal on the daily charts. The only concern is that 43,600 was the immediate resistance level, but since today we are getting a gap up opening, I believe that it's likely to surpass that level, and we are likely to witness more positive momentums towards 43,780 to 43,900 levels on the higher side. Whereas the resistance is placed at around, sorry, support is placed at around 43,400. Any move below that level will witness some sort of a profit booking, which might take a Bank Nifty towards 43,300 levels on the downside. Coming towards the Fin Nifty, 19,520, 19,570 are the resistance level we need to keep eye on it, whereas the support is placed at 19,430 and 19,390 levels. Coming towards the stock specific, Purva really looks very good on the technical front. The stock has given a 3 years breakout, downward sloping trendline breakout, and we believe that this positive momentum rally is likely to be carried forward, which might take a Purva towards to 158 to 160 levels on the higher side. We have already initiated a buy call. Those who have missed out can take a buy call at the CMP as well. Maintain the strict stop loss of 139 for immediate target of 150 to 160 level. That's it from my end. I request Nirav to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. On the derivative front, in the last week, I had said the VIX had increased, and it has come down quite significantly from there. The 12 levels have been the recent highs for the VIX, and from there, the VIX is coming down and settling near the 10.8, 11 odd levels. So now it's at a comfortable levels. open interest at 1 crore 2 lakh shares, 20 lakh shares is more or less comfortable. PCR is still below 1, so that is a positive. All in all, the data is positive. We are seeing good base building around the 19,000, 19,100, 19,200 odd levels. Looking at the overall positions, we believe that Nifty should remain bullish and can test the 19,500, 550 levels going forward. We are going to open on a gap up note today and probably witness further buying going ahead. As the day progresses, also in the next couple of days, we might witness further buying going forward. From the stock specific front, I believe Infosys has witnessed a lot of short covering action, and after a long time, the stock is moving up. So there are chances of good buying coming in Infosys, and the other IT stocks should catch up. Also, Reliance has seen a lot of short built up, and we have seen short covering action in the last 2-3 days. So that should continue, and then longs will be built in. So Reliance Industries is one more stock which can witness good buying. Along with it, oil and gas sector as a whole has seen good aggressive longs, and we are seeing these stocks moving up now. So the likes of HPCL, BPCL, IOC should move up. Also, GAIL, MGL, these stocks have witnessed short covering, so these stocks can move up. So yeah, look out for the same. These are likely to move up. Thank you very much. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. On the result side, SBI's operating performance was below expectation, led by higher OPEX, which partially had a one-off component. A bank had earlier, made a provision for wage revision of taking into account 10% wage hike with effect from November 2022. But now the rate has been increased from 10% to 14%, which has resulted in this additional one-off provision of 3,400 crore. But even if we exclude this one-off expense, then the operating profit would have declined by 10% sequentially and increased by just 8% year on year. On the other side, the credit cost came below expectation, which resulted in profit coming in line with expectation. Slippages and NPA continue to decline. Loan growth was at 13% year on year, and management has guided for 14% for the current year. NIM showed some signs of stabilizing, and the sequential decline in NIM was at just 4 basis points. NIM is expected to further decline by around 3 to 5 basis points in coming 2 quarters, and then it should stabilize. Return on asset declined by 21 basis points sequentially to 1%, led by this partial one-off increase in OPEX. But management maintained that ROA will be going forward maintained at 1.2% levels in future. So based on the lukewarm result, we are neutral on SBI in the near term. Bank of Baroda result is marginally below expectation due to higher slippages, which came slightly higher than June quarter at 1.7% versus June quarter at 1.1%. But NPS continued to decline due to higher recoveries and upgrades. Loan growth was at 20% year on year, 3.5% sequentially. NIM declined by 20 basis points to 3.07%. Credit cost has now stabilized at 80 basis points since many quarters. We remain positive from long-term point of view. Utkarsh Small Finance Bank result has improved. Loan growth was at 23% year on year, 4% sequentially. NIM expanded by 20 basis points to 7.8%. Credit cost was stable at 2.4%. Profit grew 30% year on year and 7% sequentially. Net NPA continued to decline, and now it is at just 16 basis points. We are positive on Utkarsh SFB from long-term point of view. PB Fintech result is in line with expectation. Revenue grew 22% sequentially, 42% year on year. Loss came at 20 crores versus expectation of loss of 10 crores. And June quarter loss was at 11 crores. So loss is almost then and there. We remain positive from long-term point of view. Data patterns result is marginally above expectation. Order book came at 1,003 crores, so just around 1,000 crores. Sequentially, this number was 967 crores. And last year, this order book number was 837 crores. Revenue is up 23% year on year. EBITDA margin came at 37.5% versus 34% last year. Profit came at 34 crore versus expectation of 29 crore. And last year's profit was at 21 crore. So almost close to 60% kind of jump in year on year on profits. We remain positive on data patterns. Thank you.
Good morning. Whirlpool of India posted result on Friday and result were below expectations. Revenue degrew by 6% on a YOY basis, where it has achieved the marginal volume growth. The management highlighted that soft consumer sentiment and continued negative demand has impacted the sales. EBITDA margin reported at 3.7% versus the expectation of 6%. And we believe that market share maintaining will be a challenge due to the high competitive intensity, and company has a lower product innovation. So we are negative on the stock over the near term. Aarti Industries Limited result was posted above expectations. The revenue degrew by 13.7% on a YOY basis. EBITDA margin reported at 16% versus the expectation of 13.8%. The stock is trading at 35.8 times to FY24 EPS and will provide further insights from today's con call. Dharma's Crop Guard Limited result has improved. Revenue grew by 14% on a YOY basis, and EBITDA margin reported at 12.2% versus 10.3% in the corresponding period last year. The stock is trading at 19 times to TTM EPS. Bayer Crop Science Limited result was above expectations. Revenue grew by 11.4% on a YOY basis, and EBITDA margin reported at 18.9% versus the expectation of 17.6%, where the PAT has reported at rupees 222 crore versus the expectation of 194 crore. The stock is trading at 28 times to FY24 EPS. On the IPO front, today Cello World Limited is listing. The price band was at upper side was set at rupees 648 per share, and the total issue size stands at rupees 1900 crore, which consists only offer for sale. We had given subscribe to the issue. The company is incorporated in 2018, and the brand, the Cello brand, has entered the market since 1962. It is a prominent player in the Indian consumer wear market, with its presence across product segments such as consumer houseware, writing instruments and stationery, molded furniture, and allied products. It has entered into the molded furniture and allied products in November 22, as it acquired 54.9% stake in Vimplast Limited through open market. It has observed 30% growth in its top line between FY21 to 23, and it enjoys healthy operating profit in its writing instruments and stationery segment, as well as opalware segment, which is in the range of 23% to 28%. The issue is valued at 48.8 times to TTM EPS, and which appears to be expensive when compared with an industry average PE of 43.5 times. However, we are positive on the company's business growth across three segments with expected healthy volume growth and attractive return ratios. Thank you.
Good morning. Escorts Kubota results are in line with expectation, and the tractor sales declined from 22,024 units in second quarter as against 23,703 units in corresponding period of last year. Revenue came at 2,046 crores, which degrew by 12.1% on QOQ basis. EBITDA came at 263 crores, which also degrew by 19.5% on QOQ basis. EBITDA margin came at 12.9% versus 14% on QOQ basis and 18.1% 8.1% on YOY basis. This was driven by brisk sales in construction and railway equipment segments. The stock is trading at PE of 29.6 times of FY24 EPS. MRF Limited result are in is marginally above expectation as revenue came at 6,087 crores, which degrew by 3.7% on QOQ and it grew by 6.4% on YOY basis. EBITDA came at rupees 1,128 crores, which again grew by 1.3% on QOQ, and the EBITDA margin came at 18.5% versus 17.6% on QOQ basis and 8.2% on YOY basis. At present, the stock is trading at PE of 26 times of FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, JK Cement reported numbers and the numbers were good. The volume came in at higher than expectation at around 4.5 million ton versus expectation of 4.2 million ton. And also the EBITDA per ton has also improved quarter on quarter by almost around 80 rupees. And EBITDA per ton has come at 1038 versus expectation of 918, and last quarter it was at 881. So there is a substantial improvement in EBITDA per ton, and the outlook seems positive for JK Cement from here. Another CCL product had come up with the numbers. Results were more in line with expectations. Last quarter, the company had shown bit declining numbers, but from there it is more of a stable. EBITDA came in at 110 crores versus last quarter 106, and expectation was also around 111 crores. So share is trading at around 27 time FY24 earning. What we see that any substantial corrections in the stock can become an opportunity, but near-term outlook is more of a neutral for the company. And I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So, in today's session, we are expecting gold and silver prices to bounce back. Though silver is looking more attractive, one can initiate a buy in gold around 60,800 and maintain a stop loss of 60,600. On upside again, 61,100, 61,200 is the target where one can take profits. Silver also one can initiate a buy around 71,800 to 900 and maintain a stop loss of 71,200. On upside, 72,800 to 73,200 is the target we are looking for. In crude oil, prices are supportive at 6650 to 6700. So there could be some pullback till 6850, 69. So for a trading purpose, one can buy with a stop loss of 6650. And again on upside, we can witness some pressure around 6900. So for trading purpose, one can sell around 6900 with a strict stop loss of 6970. And natural gas, we have seen a gap down opening, and prices can test the support area of 275. So as long as 275 is holding, we expect prices to remain positive and test 295 again. Copper, one can initiate a buy around 710 and maintain a stop loss of 704. On upside, we are expecting 717, 720 and zinc also looks positive. Prices are consolidating, but gradually moving up. So we are expecting 227, 228, and one can buy around 223 with a stop loss of 221. Aluminum also one can initiate a buy, and we are expecting 210, 210.50 on upside. So buying with a stop loss of 205.20 is recommended. That's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take the call forward.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. For today's trading session in USD and we are expecting some profit booking. So if we get any pullback around 83.25 levels, so one can initiate short positions with a strict stop loss of 83.33 levels for the target of 83.15 levels and 83.07 levels. In Euro NR, one can initiate a long positions in the range of 89.17 to 89.12 levels with a stop loss of 88.94 levels for the target of 89.60 and 89.80 levels. In GBP INR, one can initiate a short positions for intraday only around 103.08 levels with a strict stop loss of 103.30 levels for the target of 102.74 and 102.58 levels. Thank you.